Hello, friends. My name is Eric. Some people call me Easy. And I finally did it. I started a YouTube channel. Really, you could say we did it because it's a family channel. I started it with my family, my mom, my brother, my sister in law. We started a YouTube channel called Unconventional Life. And the goal of the channel is going to be to just show people the weird kind of life we live and all the different skills it takes to live the kind of life we live. Because we don't really live a normal sort of life, for years, a long time now. I mean, really, my whole life has been different than everybody else, or the common life. But for like the last 6 or maybe 8 years, we've been really focusing on like our own path. We don't walk the path that everybody else is walking. We don't have 9-to-5 jobs. We don't get done with work or school and rush to Little League and then rush to McDonald's or whatever restaurant, and we're not eating meals that are delivered out of a box in the mail. We prepare all of our own food from scratch. We mostly eat whole foods, or we process things out of whole foods at home so that we know what's in our processed foods. And my brother and I, we're kind of crazy. We just build whatever we need. So like we never hire somebody to do a home renovation project or any kind of build, and we do all of our own car work and automotive work. We live kind of a weird life. I mean, we live in the suburbs in a city surrounded by what I call normies, normal people that work that 9-to-5 life. But we do something completely different. And we should have been filming it the whole time because we've got a lot of skills on display. And I mean, we're not like masters at anything. We have really basic knowledge about a wide variety of things. And that's what it takes to get through a traditional kind of life where you're preserving your own food and kind of taking care of yourself, I mean, we still have jobs. Like, we do live in the suburbs, so we need money, and our water comes from the city tap, and we've got natural gas from whatever company runs the utilities around here, and we've got electric hookups, sewer, trash service. I mean, we're not like self-sustaining off-gridders or anything like that, but we rock a different kind of life than all the other city people and the suburb people. And our yard is like all garden. That's not true. Our yard is like half garden. It could be more garden for sure. And we've got chickens, even though we're in the suburbs. Like we're different. We're unconventional, and we should have been filming it the whole time, but we didn't, and we were being resistant. And finally, a couple months ago, about 2 months ago, 3 months ago, it became really clear that like we needed to start a YouTube channel. And just God was pulling us all that way. We could all feel it. All 4 of us felt like God was saying, you gotta get on YouTube. And my brother had already been experimenting with content creation on Instagram. So he was already dabbling and having fun with it. So it just kind of felt like it made sense to push forward into YouTube. We should all just go for it, right? So I started learning, and it was quite an adventure to learn all that stuff. I mean, there's a lot that goes into becoming a content creator. I don't know anything about like sound levels or how to upload content to YouTube. It's not that hard, but I mean, it's just stuff you got to learn, right? I didn't know anything about video editing at all. I didn't even have a computer. So the first thing I had to do was like buy a computer strong enough to handle 4K video editing. And that was an adventure all on its own, because it had been like 8 years or something since I had owned a computer, a PC. And the smartphones, man, like these smartphones took over and everything got dumb, you know? But it was like I had a computer in my pocket. So I had a laptop when I was a teenager, and when we were kids, we would recycle PCs from businesses that closed down or that had upgraded their PCs, and we'd rip them apart and put them together and make PCs for gaming. And I had a laptop when I was a teenager, but when it finally died, I mean, it was like I got a smartphone in my pocket. What do I need a laptop for? Why, like, if I need to type something, I'll just type it on my phone, right? And then I started to lose a connection with this entire world that exists like on the computer, man. There's all these really powerful programs and all this really super fun, powerful stuff you can do. And oh my gosh, the AI is insane. I don't even, we are in for something with the AI stuff, aren't we? But um, I started learning, and it was a lot. It was a lot to take in, all the different stuff that I felt like I had to learn. But it got to a point where it was like, all right, I know enough to be able to turn the camera on, record something that we're doing, get it cut into something that's kind of watchable, and upload it onto YouTube, right? So let's do it. It's time to go. And we were kind of dragging. I started doing this thing where I fall into a trap sometimes where I start learning about something and I spend way too much time learning about it instead of just going for it and trying it. Because there becomes a point where when you're learning about something on a computer or on the TV or on your phone or you're reading about it in a book, you kind of hit a plateau where you can't really learn anymore without trying it and getting your hands on it. So a lot of times the right thing to do is to just get a grip on it and then go for it. And a lot of times that's what I do. I mean, like I said, me and my brother, we're crazy. We build anything we need. And a lot of times we don't have any idea how to do what we're about to do. So we get a quick grip on it from YouTube and boom, we jump into it and we are learning on the fly and accomplishing whatever crazy projects we're working on. So that's the proper way to do it, I think. And sometimes I fall into a trap where I'm learning too much. And I was kind of doing that, And I think that God knew that I was doing that. So he grabbed me and he pulled me away from a comfort zone that I was in. At my job, I was kind of, I have the freedom to work however much I want, kind of. So I was working a lot. Like the weather was nice. It was fall weather. And it just seemed right to work a lot, and I was having fun, I was being social, and I walked into a bit of a situation that was kind of dangerous, and there were some people that were trying to harm me. And I was deep in the shadow of the valley of death, and the Lord just grabbed me out of that situation, dropped me in green pastures where I could relax and eat. I took a break. I decided to trust his judgment and just rest for a minute, and I let everything calm down. And after a few weeks of just patient waiting and trusting in his plan, he moved me out of the green pastures and along still waters where I could finally move, like we were just kind of sitting and patient, and then he moved me along the water where I could get movement going and our family could get movement going. It was in this calm movement along the water that we were able to make a plan and film our first video, get the first one edited, and we filmed our second video. I'm editing it, and the first video is posted. The channel name is Unconventional Life. The video is pressure canning 100 pounds of carrots. You should come check it out if you think that traditional skills are dying out and somebody should preserve them and showcase them. Or if you're just a weirdo like me and you want to see someone being weird, so you know it's okay to be weird, that's totally cool. And if you think I'm an idiot, then leave me a comment and let me know. And like and subscribe to this video. Hit the bell notification and you'll catch my next video. And I'll check you guys out on the next one. Peace.